at our budget time. So budget decisions, I don't have the date set for it. I don't know what date it is. However, they are open to public, and public pressure is always a welcome concern. At time of budget deliberations, and those meetings are open to the public to put pressure on council. So this project does not get nixed. So if anyone knows what date done budget is, then that would be my question, Your Worship.
Councillor Cannon, Flynn, and Canto, and then call for adjournment. Councillor Cannon.
I'm fine, actually.
Councillor Flynn.
Yeah, a lot of the questions have been related to what we're doing on our playing fields and things like that. And Appendix 5 in our package, I really think that it would be important to have the people understand that fields in this community get very little, if any, herbicide or pesticide spray. There's been a significant report done by John, the Manager of Public Works, with regards to where we do spray, and it's generally, as has been mentioned by Joan, cosmetic areas. It's not playing fields, it's not this park, it's cosmetic areas, and mostly to deal with weeds and flower beds, I think, in a lot of cases, correct?
Yes, bark mulch bed, rock medians, such as on the highway as well.
Now, I'm not saying that that's okay. I just think everybody needs to understand that right now our current turf maintenance for our soccer fields, and I didn't really understand this till I got this memo, is that we don't use a lot of pesticides on the playing fields. So, but that doesn't mean that there wouldn't be a significant financial impact if we were to stop spraying in those other areas. And I think it's really important to note that the whole idea of setting up the committee is to make sure we do it right, with education and with a bylaw. Okay, I agree with Dr. Bell that you can't do it with one or the other. The bylaw is useless without education, and the education is useless without the bylaw. So the select committee, the reason we're putting money into the budget is have a select committee with a group of people that can look at this and decide what's the best bylaw, what will we be able to enforce, and then how do we educate. And so the intent is to have that in the budget, and Councillor Cannon and I were talking before the meeting, and she said, the thing I want to make sure doesn't happen is this doesn't drag out, because two councils ago talked about a pesticide bylaw, and here we are still today. So I think you can rest assured that we're going to try to get something done with an implementation date, hopefully by January of 2009. I'm glad you didn't say January 2008, Joan, because that would be unrealistic. But January 2009 I don't think is unrealistic. It's just a matter of putting the money aside. Rest assured that staff has done pages of research here for us on pesticide bylaws and different options and what can be excluded. The work's almost all been done. It's been down and to the point where we can have a bylaw that can be implemented, and then look at those areas that what the cost is going to be to change our practices there. So I don't think you guys got all of the stuff we did to understand how little the city is doing, especially on playing fields and stuff. Is that?
Could I get a motion for
So in camera session, Your Worship.
a motion to go in camera?
By Councillor Flynn, by Councillor Eden. And again, Your Worship, the note is contained on page 43 and 44 of the agenda. Health and Services.
Thank you, Your Worship. This application involves two properties, 1341 and a portion of 1381 30th Street Northeast. The purpose of there's three development applicants to change CP from medium density residential to high density residential, to rezone the same area of land from R1 single family residential zone to R5 high density residential zone, and to approve a development permit as well. And the purpose is for a 52-unit townhouse project, as shown on the property shown on the screen. If the approvals are granted, what will occur is that the applicant plans to access roads off 30th Street, and it'll be phase 1 in the north, which is supposed to be 28 townhouse units, and then have a second access route off 30th Street in the southern phase, which would be phase 2, and that would incorporate 24 townhouse units as well. The 24 townhouse units in the southern portion of the site, as part of the discussions with staff, the applicant has offered to register a covenant on title that would maintain those as being available as rental units for a 10-year period from the time of building permit. And staff believe that is a good offer. good proposal from the